Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, time of possession should be a factor. The Cowboys are number 1 in third down percentage, and they'll be up against a Patriots team looking to shut that down.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Dallas Cowboys. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And now running right through it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 1, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. They'll set up a throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back pain.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Waiting to throw on second down. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski. Complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing third down. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you sort of notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. They'll look to throw here. And that'll be incomplete. Try to get that one to his running back, Marlon Mack. And that'll bring up second down.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength, and he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he?
No.
Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Here we go. Over.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They find some open field here. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
But when it comes to the running game, the New England Patriots, they're one of the few teams in the NFL that I don't think care much about balancing things out.
Last year, to your point, 5th in passing yardage, number 30 in the run game.
What they want to do each and every week is make a game plan based on their opponent, not so much their own personnel, and they try to attack that way.
And he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Brady quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And it's 1st and goal now, but still 10 yards to go. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. They run the counter now on 1st down. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense, because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Not to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Brady now on 3rd and goal. Goes underneath here to White. Now White lost the football, and the Cowboys have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Destroy! Gone! Here we go now. Green, 39. Leopard. Hot. No. All right, now, look it. Over.
Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Back to throw here. Looking left side, and it's complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. And it's in the slot in motion left.
No, check, Patriot!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He completes it to Bryant. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we've got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. It's a big play there on third down. 44 yards.
Here we go now. Green now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Now Mack, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And just a yard on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Detroit! No, check, Patriot! Back there, Philly, here we go!
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Cowboys on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Des Bryant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are in for 6. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score, and it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Brady now on first down. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
On second down, here's Brady. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
On third down, it's White. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he's brought down after a good game. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
And he's brought down. That's good for 19 and a first down.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. Well, other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Brian Switzer, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. On the NFL scoreboard, second quarter in Nashville. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he dumps it off to Blunt. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. On third down, Rush able to get away.
It's like keep the legs churning.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So they are going to call on Dan Bailey here. His career long is 56 yards done in Seattle. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So no update from Larry after 17 weeks. Folks are saying, let's get on with the show. So we'll oblige as we get you set for the second half kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And he is leveled. Knocked down hard. And now out come the Patriots. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Now Brady. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. Throwing on first down is Brady. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, but all of them going together as one unit downfield. It's a really nice pickup.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now Brady throwing on second down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This a 33-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So that's their third trip to the red zone, but all they have to show so far is 2 field goals.
Tough sledding in this game for the offense. They get to the red zone. Normally you count on a minimum of 3 points in each red zone trip. Not so far in this game.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer
get
this
a little
time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Leopard. Leopard. Detroit. Detroit. All right, now look at 56. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. All right, now look at 56. Lucky 56. Detroit.
And the play clock's running down.
Let's go. Back to 99 Philly. Here we go.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Patriots take over. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 18 big yards on that one and a New England first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Back-to-back one-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a third down and 8.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
To throw on third down, Brady. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Elsewhere, NFL scoreboard, third quarter now in Tennessee. And the Titans really stretching things out now as they've scored again. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Shipped together here from the D-line. They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Back to throw. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
They'll run with Mack. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Watch it now, Barney. Check four. Here we go now. Kill. Kill. Watch the slant. Back down Philly. Here we go.
Now back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pickup there of 22. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go. 319. No. Check. Patriot. Over. Now let's go.
The tight end changing his position.
319.
They go play action here on first down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now Brady. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
play action. It's Brady. The swing pass caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
That wasn't just toughness we just saw. That was concentration. Knew the hit was coming, yet the quarterback hung in there and delivered it downfield. The end result, 6 points for his team.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Here's Brady. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And Bryant's got it over the middle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now a carry from back. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
All right, here we go. Green, back down in that belly. All right, here we go. Green.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up the first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. A gain of 3, second down. And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. Now the longtime Patriot. It's LeGarrette Blount. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. And he fires one incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now a play fake here on first down. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Defense showing blitz. A handoff as they run the counter play. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. New England on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Brady to throw. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for New England. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Back to throw. Incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And now it's 2nd down. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He's back to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Back to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he goes out right around the 39. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. They're still in search of the first down after that last completion. He'll look to throw. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. They'll set up a throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They will take the knee here, and they will finish this regular season with a victory. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Pats, they will indeed finish over 500 at 9-7. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, we'll have to see what happens as they're going to finish the year 10-6. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card.